bad.
Oh, fuck. Considering how late he usually is, he has no room to whine.
For real, Canadians. But hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? Star Sun's bringing back the old school. I recorded a new video tonight, and I had to use the new tube of my lipstick because I love this shit a lot. By the way, your color is looking much better this week. You look very your color is bright and flushed this week.
Oh,
So you're
I'm
feeling
not
a
sure
lot
that's a
better.
good thing.
Huh?
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
But you're looking beautiful, darling. Beautiful.
Oh, you're looking nice too. I really like that color on you, that lipstick.
I fucking love this. I bought this on a whim. I was in Target. I was at a mattress store because the store I used to work at, they would have multiple locations I'd have to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And on a whim, I walked into the Target that was over there because there's only one Target near me, and it's 34 minutes away. And I was like, I'm able to go. I'm going to go. I saw this. You never see blue lipstick ever. So I grabbed it. At the time, it was like $5. It's cheaper now.
Oh,
And so I haven't been able to find it for the longest time, but I'm so happy I found it. But any hoodly, that lipstick reminds me of those blue raspberry candies. It honestly, it's why I like it so much. It does remind me of like an electric candy. The only thing I wish it had was more sparkles in it, but I'll take the shiny over the sparkle.
it's really nice and glossy. I don't think you need that much.
I agree with Star. You definitely look more alive, right? Star, how's Kitty? Kitty? Oh, you mean Zorro? Zorro's doing fine. He is currently gobbling up his treatsy. I'm very proud of myself. Before getting on stream, I managed to not only record a video, but also
Ooh.
get Zorro done, and I had a cup of coffee done. But
Oh,
then I had
wow.
to wait. I treated my coffee machine this week with vinegar, and I don't think I got all the vinegar out.
Oh, no.
Because Starman just brought me the cup of coffee right before you came on, and I'm looking at it, and the creamer is curdling. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh. And so I told him, I said, you got to get all the water out of that, every ounce, and then
Flush it out again.
refill it again. Because they told me as long as you don't smell the vinegar and it comes out clear, you should be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I had run it through twice. I assumed I was good.
Apparently not.
I assumed wrong. I did not. See, this is a lie. Bubblito is lying. He is lying straight through his little froggy teeth. Okay, I said that if he came here, he could pet Orion. That is all I said. He's like,
Yeah, good luck leaving any of our houses with our pets.
I know, right? Here's the thing. You take Orion back to Canada with you. One, they're going to euthanize him because he's illegal in Canada. And two, he will kill your dog. I can't say it any other way. He will kill your dog. So.
Oh, a moment.
Oh. Look at how majestic her hair is, too, guys. Look at the little rivulets just falling. She looks like a little Irish queen. Or a Scottish princess. What breed is he? He is a purebred pit bull, sir. They are illegal in Canada. They've been illegal for years. Hello, Hunty. We're also complimenting how pretty your hair is today. You look like a Scottish princess.
It's nice hair. Unfortunately, we've got issues.
What?
So we've decided on Mondays we do leftovers because normally I cook.
Right.
And this is early enough that I don't, because when I cook can shift considerably. So it's just easier to do leftovers on Monday nights.
Right.
Well, there was a steak in the fridge and my mother told me she was going to eat it.
Uh-huh.
And is really good at eating the leftovers. And I just asked him, just wanted to make sure that he hadn't eaten it. And
Right.
he's like, okay. He was going to yell at mom and ask her. And I'm like, no, she said that she was going to eat it. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't yet. So he comes up here and he says, what did your mom say about the steak? And I'm like, she was going to eat it for dinner. Oh, I ate it.
Why would you not ask again before you ate it, sheep?
Well, he was already told that she was going to.
But why would you? See, that's why I'm very glad in my household. When I don't want Starman to eat something, you know what I do?
What?
Oh no, shrimp got on it. Oh no, it's seafood. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, that wouldn't work here.
Oh, what he hates seafood. He hates all of it. Same way with him. If he wants me to not touch something, make it spicy, or make it whatchamacallit, or put tomatoes on it. Star-san ain't touching it then.
There really isn't much in this house that none of us will eat. I mean, he would have to cover it with nuts or put blue cheese on it, or I guess we could put blueberries on it for him, but
He's allergic?
not allergic. He's not even technically allergic. He has a protein deficiency, or I don't remember exactly what it's called, but basically if he eats blueberries, he gets really tired.
Okay, so the next time Mama Rata wants to reserve her steak, she puts a blueberry syrup on it.
I don't think she'd like that.
He'll learn real quick.
That's the second time it's happened.
Same tomatoes are garbo, right?
I love
The only time
tomatoes.
tomatoes are appropriate is when they're on pizza. Otherwise, they are a sin.
Yeah, you see, I love tomatoes. I love them raw. I love them whole. I love them cooked. I'll sit and eat one with an apple with a salt shaker.
Ew. I am judging you.
I'm fine with that. I'll
judging
keep
you.
eating my tomatoes. I've got a whole bunch in the next room getting ready to sprout.
I'll grow them for, I guess, because I got to, for husbando. But, what was I going to say? I lost the train of thought. I was going to say something. Oh. So I got a funny animal story that Starman actually told me about.
Oh, yeah?
And it was an article online. So a young man, well, actually, I should start with the woman. A woman has 3 kids that they split between her and her ex. And the reason why, see, this is the one sucky part about having 9 cats and lacquer lipstick. Any stray hair
Is
that
in your
flows
lips.
through the air just
Mm-hmm.
gets stuck on the lipstick. Disgusting. I know exactly how she wanted me to say it, and I was ready for it. Oh yeah, Bublito made that for us, by the way. I've got to add that to the description. Do you see that link he put in the chat? Bublito went and made us a link tree.
Yes, I saw that.
That is so sweet of him. He doesn't like to admit it. Bublito loves us very much, and I'm very proud of him for that. Tomato sandwich is the bomb. You know what? I will take your word for it. You can sin on your own. But anyways. So, Sinbad, what is it, baby? Come here. Hey, baby boy. No. He went just out of reach. I want to show you guys him. Come here, you piece of shit. Hey, babe. Can you bring me the boy? The red boy. Anyways. So, are you redoing the Keurig for me? Thank you. She split her kids between her and her ex-husband. One day, she decided to take her children to the zoo because one of her kids has an aversion to animals, and she's trying to get that out of them. So she thought taking them to the zoo would be a great opportunity. She brings them to the zoo, and her oldest son, who's about 16, 17 years old, says to the younger son while they're at a giraffe exhibit, they can see one of the handlers cleaning up the doo-doo. And, the boy. Come, boy. And, style everyone, no. Oh, he stopped purring because I picked him up because he doesn't know if he's in trouble or not. Usually when he handed it off to me, it means he's going in the crate afterwards. But anyways, so he says to the younger brother, see, you better make sure you do good in school or you're going to end up shoveling shit like him. You're not going to have a good job. And the mom was appalled. She's like, why? Boy, chill. You're not in trouble. He thinks he's going back in the crate and he does not like it. Wait, boy. Here. There. Make it much easier. Feel better now? He is not happy. He thinks he's in trouble. I just want to show you guys. Look how gorgeous this boy has grown to be. Chill. You are just fine. Do you want freedom? Is that what you want? Here. Freedom! Off he goes. So, smack her ass, kitty. You use his name, okay? Bublito wants Orion, and Choco Hooligan wants to steal Sinbad. So my youngest dog and my youngest cat, everyone tries to take him from me. But anyways, now I just like to hold him for a minute. He will be a fur coat someday, but not today. So yeah, the kids start sitting there and saying, that's a shitty job. That's nothing you can do. That's a terrible life to live. And if you want to be a worthless member of society, you can go ahead and do that too. And the mom was like, where'd you learn that? And he's like, well, it's true. They're too stupid to get a real job. So the mom goes up to the service desk of the zoo. And she checks if she can have him come and do service work for free. Well, they have a program that she has to pay for where you can be a zookeeper for a week. So she signed him up.
Oh, God.
And he was pissed. She's like, well, you said it was easy work, didn't you? You said anyone could do that, didn't you? He's like, yeah, but anyone who doesn't have the intelligence to get a real job. And she's like, well, then it looks like you'll be able to do it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatchamacallit, the dad says to her, that's too harsh of a punishment. Too harsh of a punishment to shovel shit. And I said what they should have done the day before the kids started. They should have given every animal in that zoo foods that they normally don't give them, like, special treats that make them do extra doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have done. I would have made sure, Ark, you have an early, well, I guess not early. Hello, Ark. I realize 11 o'clock is not an early morning, but he is a 40-minute drive. But anyways, kid has life too good. He's got to learn. Right, Hunty. Right. Because, that's my idea. If you are going to disparage someone, if you're going to say that's below me, because, see, I was raised. There is no job below you.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to earn a living, that's all you need. As long as you can earn a living, you good. That's all you need. As long as you can do something with your life. That's the most important part. There is no job below you. There is no job that is not good enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, don't pull that bullshit like, what about prostitution? Or what about the... Too harsh. That would have been perfect for my oldest cousin. Right. And it's just like... Matthew?
Uh-oh.
He's talking to somebody.
Himself?
Well, that's what's weird. There's nobody awake. I don't know who he's talking to. It's weird. But, but yeah, so I very much believe in kids need some kind of manual labor. They need some kind of punishment for stuff like that because I actually have this belief, and maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you won't, because I got plenty of parents in this chat, and I got folks who have little siblings and things like that. I believe every child, so you know how you have to do volunteer work and you have to do community service in order to graduate high school, you got to put in so many hours? I believe every kid should do 1 year at a regular retail job like Walmart and 1 year at a food service like McDonald's. I think that should be required of every child. And I believe they should also do simultaneously volunteer work at either a soup kitchen or at a animal shelter or picking up trash. Because the thing is, you can get your community service hours anywhere. You could technically get your community service hours doing work at a secretary's job or things like that. As long as someone writes it off, that's all that it matters. I
Mm.
think it should be a certain requirement of the type. And I think it should be across the board. There's no way for you to get out of it. You have to do it. Because I think and who said it? Who said it? Ah, Animal Lover 7. I remember you from earlier. This is the face to the voice. Animal Lover 7 was on Gothix's stream earlier today. And Gothix, what? What did I miss? You are dying.
So my mother texted me. And do you know who got the majority of the steak?
Don't tell me the dog.
Not just one.
Stop! Sheep!
Flynn and Sydney, they both he left it on the ottoman when he came upstairs to ask me about what was said about it.
That's called poetic justice.
It's not the first time it's happened to him. About almost exactly a year ago. Oh my god, almost exactly a year ago. He'd had a hamburger and he left it in the other room as he came out to talk, and Rudy comes back out of the room chewing on something, and Rudy had stolen his hamburger.
And see, oh my god. See, I am very anal. I don't want them ever stealing food just because Orion, I let them have little bits of string cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And because I allowed them to have string cheese, when I'm standing at the counter, he now believes that any time I eat, he'll come up.
What do you got?
What you got, Mom? What you got, Mom? And
This is just water. See, it smells like anywhere else.
is that right? Yeah. Okay, I was so worried. I'm like, I hear him talking to somebody. It's just really hot and burny.
Well, at least it doesn't taste like vinegar.
I don't think so.
So I'll make your coffee.
Okay. Hi, Rayford.
But yeah,
That's too much. Oh my god.
these dogs normally, if you're with your food, the worst they'll do is they'll sit either. Well, I mean, mine will sit on me. They'll sit on me, or they'll sit on the floor in front of you and watch you eat. Unless you tell them to go away. But if you leave the food unguarded, or if not, someone's not paying attention to it, they do have a tendency to scrounge just a little.
That's not right. I think in this instance, though, he earned that. He earned that. That was poetic justice. Let me see. I know a lot of people. I ended up being a farmer with animals, so I basically got my wish. Oh, so apparently there's something. I grew a star son. This is coming from someone who used to be like that, but I learned a lot. I learned better not to think that way anymore. Animal Lover 7 said teaching humility, which I love. Let's see. Hunty said this. I have an older sister and I swear she doesn't have perspective on how good we had it as kids. She seems to only remember the bad things. I don't know, man. But she think a lot of people do that. Look at Ark. That's just for the birds. It may be for the birds, but guess what? It will absolutely teach you your place in society. It absolutely puts in perspective how to treat people. And that's why I like it, because I think a lot of kids, I have a lot of friends who have children and they don't believe it's right. Mall Lover, not so much these days. Oh, I thought it was Animal Lover. Star is so nosy. That's my husband. He paid me to be nosy.
Nice.
So, but yeah, well, either way, she came from Gothix's stream earlier today
Nice.
because whatchamacallit, we were having a theological discussion,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about where morality lies and how people in society get their morality, and I made some people angry because I made a very basic statement. They didn't understand it. A lot of folks don't realize that technically, if you go far enough back, the core god of Islam, the core god of Judaism, the core god of Muslim, and the core god of Christianity are all technically one god.
That's why they're called Abrahamic religions.
Exactly. Now, that's essentially where it ends. There's a lot of shit that changed. The
Oh, yeah.
only ones that have stayed roughly similar have been Judaism and Christianity / Catholicism. They've kept the Old Testament almost identical. The other ones kind of ran off on their own. But
Yep.
anyways, it's just cool because a couple people were asking for my YouTube, and clearly some have found it. So thank you, Anna. It's very nice to see you. And I feel famous. Listen, fame. But now you see a face to the name because we were also discussing Gothix's documentary, and it was all very exciting and how it's coming out. And as a matter of fact, Eric July's in it too.
Ooh.
Do you know who else is in it?
Who? No.
Yes. So yeah, it was kind of cool.
Nice.
So ooh, it was just really weird when I saw the preview and I saw my name on the cover art, and it's like it's my screen name. It's my real first name, but the nickname version of it, and then my screen name. And I'm like, I wonder if it'd just be easier to just put stars on. But that's okay. Either way, it was just really cool to see me on there and to know that I'm gonna be in a documentary.
Very
It's not
cool.
about me, but I don't care about that. This is kind of cool. But anyways, that's my exciting news. Other than that, I'm also going to be on time tomorrow again for a stream.
No, 2 weeks in a row.
Guys.
Oh my god.
Crazy shit. I don't know what I'm going to do.
People aren't going to expect to see you there still.
They're not going to expect it at all. So what has been going on with you and your aminals besides them stealing stick?
Oh god. Well, I gave Grace a bath on Saturday because, she was looking a little... And I gave her a shave up, and unfortunately it looks like I may have managed to give her a little razor burn too. So she's been a little uncomfortable, and we're waffling back and forth between is she pregnant or is she potentially having a false pregnancy?
I mean, it could be false pregnancy because she had the mating.
Well, I mean, false pregnancies are really common in unfixed females. So it could go either way. I have palpated for puppies and I don't necessarily feel anything, but that doesn't mean anything. It's always the fun thing about a pregnant dog is it doesn't mean anything until about
a week before,
a week, 2 weeks before, and then you really know for sure. But
I'm very grateful I don't have
milk.
that problem.
So,
I don't know how exciting this is for anyone else. So a lot of you guys know about Penny. You know how she almost died, all that shit. So Penny already has a lot of anxiety. But on top of that, with Calliope and Sinbad coming out at night now, her anxiety has amped up. So we had to figure out a way to get her to stop pooping and peeing in the wrong spots. So if you guys have this is something that typically happens. So I'm going to lay this on you guys. If you have a high anxiety animal, they usually pick, especially a cat, specifically a cat. They're going to pick a location that is their safe place. Their safe space, if you will. And they are going to go there. They are going to make sure they're kind of like their little headquarters. And what I have found is just honestly, sometimes I used to be like this, give into it. Oh, yes. See, that's what's supposed to happen when there is no vinegar. Thank you, babe. You're the best. There's no more curdling. Yes, I can drink this. I remember look down and I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, I added some strawberry flavoring to my coffee once and then added creamer and got a little bit of a surprise with that.
And sometimes it works because the citrus isn't as strong as strawberry, but
Yeah, no, that I use a really nice craft flavoring stuff. I usually put it in just in my water just because I don't like the taste of regular water. But yeah, no, that wasn't the way.
speaking of coffee, so I tried something today, guys, and it failed miserably. But I don't blame 7-Eleven, I blame my 7-Eleven. So have you heard about the 7-Eleven hack?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the 7-Eleven hack or 7-Eleven coffee hack is where you can literally go and recreate any Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks coffee at 7-Eleven because they have the nitro, they have the cold brew, they have fresh brew, they have lattes, everything. And now they have a vanilla Slurpee. So here's the thing, if you get the Slurpee, the vanilla Slurpee, but then you add coffee, guess what? Frappuccino.
Mm.
So they whatchamacalls it? Have you tried New York water? Oh my god. New York City. Bleh.
I try not to try water in other places personally.
I will tell you guys, when it comes to water, the city water where I live is so disgusting. It's so disgusting. But anyways, what I was saying was I went in, I got the big gulp, and the big gulp was about this big, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I filled it halfway with ice, and I was gonna pour fresh hot coffee into it, and then I was gonna get the liquid sugar with a little bit of honey, and I was gonna try to recreate a salted caramel. I walk into the 7-Eleven, and I should have known right off the bat something was wrong. They didn't have a single bit of hot food ready at all. At
Uh-oh.
2 o'clock in the afternoon,
That's a problem.
in a busy town that has it's a hub between several different areas. We have a Sheets in my town. We have a Quick Trip right down the road. We have competition.
Yeah.
The manager is walking around like this. Oh, it takes at least 30 minutes for us to make it. So do not worry, just let us know in advance and then we make it, but you have to wait. Sir, which I'm pretty sure was the owner. Sir, do you understand what a 7-Eleven is?
Mm.
Do you understand how it's supposed to function? All right, I'm going to sleep. Later, ladies. Bye,
Night, Ark.
Ark. Sleep tight. I don't think I'm going to see you tomorrow, but if I do, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Rachel.
Oh, is Rachel here now?
She is here.
Peasants. Looks at my well. Excuse you. Premium Starson well water.
I live in
So-
Montana. It might be city water, but it's still not bad.
Montana, their city water is crystal spring water.
I win.
There's a fairy shooting that water out of a rock somewhere. I don't want to hear nothing out of you. Oh, it might be city water. Shut up. There's a bear out there filtrating it for you. Much better.
Also tastes vaguely like fish piss, but that's a different issue.
That's all right. You know what? It is natural fish piss. That is salmon fish piss.
Mm-hmm.
That is high quality. Have you ever had black water? Okay, so keep hearing about this black water. Isn't that just charcoal in water?
I have no idea.
What's your 7-Eleven like, Starson? Sadness. Moon. That's what it's like. Here's
We
what I
don't
will
even
tell
have
you.
7-Eleven up here, so.
So I grew up with 7-Elevens not being very popular only because I grew up in Rhode Island and 7-Eleven owned the Jets. Okay. So, or was it Hess? I can't fucking remember. But we kind of associated it with the same thing. And we'd never go to 7-Eleven. The closest one was in Johnston. And I lived 3 towns over. And in Rhode Island, you don't do that. It doesn't matter if it's only 5 miles down the road. That's 5 miles too far. I don't need to go there. I can go to the Mobile. I can go to the Shell. Either way. So I really didn't go to 7-Eleven. And I didn't know they sold food. I only knew about the Slurpees. But the thing is, we had slush puppies as well. And I could just go to Mr. Lemon or I could go to Dell's. So I never did all that stuff because most Rhode Islanders went into that. So I'm not used to the 7-Eleven culture. But one opened up here. And I think the only one I had gone to before that was in Vegas in 2018. And that was also sadness.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I watch Moon a lot of YouTube about Japan. And so for me, every 7-Eleven is sadness because my first true introduction to 7-Eleven was YouTube showing me all these beautiful, shiny 7-Elevens in Asia where
Yeah,
they
no.
have fresh food, they have small groceries, they had hot food you could buy. And
Carefully
so,
curated pastries.
right. And so when I went to mine, the first time I went, it was when it just opened up and everything was there, all the hot food. I think this was last year. I want to say it was last year. Starman and I went in. There was a lot of stuff, and it was actually pretty good. I think they've changed owners this particular one because now when I go in, the baked goods have changed. The hot food isn't there. When we went in, on top of that, Loves or a Flying J? I've only gone to Loves for gas. Never seen a Flying J. Honestly, Sheets and Quick Trip are my two choices. But what the problem is hello, Edie. When I went in, 2 machines needed cleaning. Okay, and again, this is the middle of the day. There wasn't a single bit of hot food except for 2 old, dried out wing buckets.
Ooh.
And they were like, you could tell they had been made that morning. And it's just what bothered me is, as someone now, especially who works at a restaurant, when I walk in, as someone who worked at gas stations, I've worked at gas stations that had hot food. I've worked at gas stations that just had coffee. That is where is, oh, thank you. It is CoverGirl Vinyl Vow. Thank you. Not sponsored. And the color is Below Deck. You can get it on Amazon for $3.49. Thank you. Anyway,
Not bad.
but I will say this, that your Liquid Death is mostly tap water, but I will say it is well filtered. And the thing is, you got to remember, Moon is in New York. Liquid Death will taste like liquid gold to her. Okay? You have to remember, see, the thing is, this is where you're very spoiled, I'm very spoiled. Most people like that because most people, especially in major metropolitan areas, have shitty water.
Yeah.
So Liquid Death is going to taste so good. So Moon, I do recommend getting it. You're not a water snob like me. I am a water snob because I grew up on literally water from a spring, a fresh spring near my house. So it's only recent they've really fucked up that water in my hometown.
Now, something to keep in mind is most bottled water is in fact just tap water.
Even
So it's
Fiji
just
water.
how much it's filtered and what they may or may not have put back. That said, Arrowhead absolutely sucks.
Ugh.
So.
And Nestle Pure Life. Ugh. Nestle Pure Life adds sugar and salt. There is literally no need. Just shut up, Edie. I can't with this bitch. She's like, just a water snob. I didn't say I was just a water snob.
No, she just said she was a water snob. There's 2 different things going on there. I can be very water snobby. So
I'm used to well water. See, so you know, Edie, Dasani can die. Absolutely.
I love Dasani.
Ugh. It literally, when I drink it, my tongue starts to burn a little bit.
Now you see, to me, it's got a nice kind of little bit of a sweet taste, and it's good otherwise. I can't drink Arrowhead. There's another one I don't like Aquafina.
Aquafina is one that's trash. Aquafina, Dasani, Nestle Pure Life, Arrowhead. Crystal Geyser is okay. For me, it's Poland Spring. On some Core used to be really good when it first came out. I don't know if they changed their processing, but every once in a while, you know when you drink water and it gets like chalky in your stomach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Core is either pure delight or it's that chalky feeling. See, Moon knows what's up. Moon knows exactly what's up. Poland Spring, what it means to be from Maine. You guys are going to realize something. I'm really big about the jingles. I wish I would have sang it, but obviously I still have slightly sore throat. I'll drink what I get, but like, I know. I am very much that's gross. I can't lie. Fiji is good.
Yeah.
I know you shouldn't be getting it because it does damage the environment in Fiji, but you know what? It's fucking good. Okay?
It's fucking expensive.
It's not that expensive here, at least. It's not
I
much
mean,
different than getting any other bottled water to me.
we don't pay for a lot of taxes and stuff here, except for what the feds, because we don't have sales tax. So
Um,
you really see the differences in some things that way. But I mean, it's good, but I actually like smart water sometimes.
Smart water is another good one. Life water also is good.
Hmm.
So life water, smart water, core sometimes, Poland Spring, Fiji. Those are all good waters. You can get some in between. I know there's this one that my husband gets. It's alkali, and it looks like I think it's glacier,
Mm,
not glacier, but like glacier. Like it's specific.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But I'm very picky about my bottled water, and I will sometimes, and I'm obsessed with drinking water when I eat meals. If I don't get the right water, I just will. I sometimes will stop eating. I just will put it in a container because I can't drink, and I start to panic because I think it's a whole thing.
Hmm.
I'm a special gal. What can I say? Another reason why I made sure that I had this coffee because I need it while I'm talking, guys.
Yeah, you're still a little gravelly, but you sound better.
Oh, way better. Ark went to bed, so he can't confirm. You guys didn't hear me in the middle of the week. Wait, you might be able to because I did send a recording to Gothics while I sounded like absolute trash. She was on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me see. Shit. That's one thing I hate about WhatsApp. All you gotta do is scroll a little bit, and suddenly it will shoot you like 5 miles up. Hold on, because I don't know what is. Hold on.
Political party if what they're doing is still positive, i.e., black Republicans that
Oh
don't
boy.
get vilified for being gun owners. When the left constantly says that the right does not want black people to own guns.
And that was me still sounding slightly okay. That was me sounding better. I got even worse. And I was like, and at one point, I forgot that my voice was sore.
Oh
And I
no.
was at the restaurant and I went to turn and shout to a customer, and all it came out was,
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. So I've been
When you
drinking a
squeak
lot
more
of
than
coffee
talk.
this week, a lot of hot drinks, a lot of orange juice. As a matter of fact, when I get off stream, I went and bought myself a bunch of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have some oranges. I'm going to have a little bit of watermelon. I'm trying to make sure I get a lot of nutrients into my food.
Pineapple is actually really good.
I bought some pineapple too.
When we get coughs around here, we actually drink pineapple juice because I guess there's something in the bromine or something that actually helps with coughs.
See, the problem is that I enjoy the burn of orange juice when I have a cough. It just makes it feel so much better. So I know it's not technically the best. And it's like, I feel the burn. But I always do that. So I'll go and I'll drink some orange juice. It feels so good. You'll notice that Zorro isn't with me tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, is he on the heated blanket? He's not. I don't know what's up. Zorro, the past few days, he's been like,
Yeah, whatever.
he's in the sink. Piece of shit. I can't with this fucking cat.
The cat for you.
I can't. Well, because like whatchamacallit, he got egg for the first time again tonight. I went to Harris Teeter because I haven't been able to go to the Asian market. The Asian market that I normally go to is an hour away, and the really nice one is 2 hours away. And the thing is, the person that my friend, who's also my boss, gets the quail eggs from has not gotten a new batch of quail eggs that he's willing to give her yet. And I usually get like 40 or 50 eggs in a pop. Now I can get, I think, that many, but it would cost me $50 on Amazon to do that. And I was like, well, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So we were out tonight. Hi, Toasty. How you doing,
Toasty.
babes? So tonight I had to go out with my boss for a little bit. What we needed to do, we ended up not doing because we're also friends, so ADHD. And we instead went to Harris Teeter, which is a market in the South. And I was like, I wanted to go anyway because I had a feeling because they're a bougie market. So I don't know what is a.
Thank you, baby.
In this episode, Starson shops for quails. Hey, sheep, how's your steak?
They're watching us downstairs, so he heard you anyway. And he was kind enough to bring me coffee. I'm keeping the coffee.
Aww.
I didn't even ask for it.
He knew he was still. What?
Oh, I'm not mad when you don't make me one. But I do like it. I appreciate that you made it.
I'm trying to. I blew him a kiss.
I'll let you get away with that.
Whatchamacallit. And so I wanted to go to the tea because I don't know. Everyone's got like, you know how you have like 2 sets of markets? Like I know in Texas, HEB is like the fancier market. And then there's like in Rhode Island, you can go to Stop and Shop or Shaw's, or you can go to Dave's, or you can go to Market Basket. Dave's being the bougie one. Dave's is the bougie market. Here, you can go to Food Lion, you can go to Walmart, or you can go to Harris Teeter. Aldi's is kind of a mix between cheap but bougie. It's a weird way to put it. But anyways, so I went to Dave's and I'm like, I'm betting you. I said to my boss, I said, I'm betting you. That
I'm betting you that cat hair is stuck in your lipstick.
Yeah, this is good. I like how Fat Frog Lady and Edie both said the exact same thing.
Yeah, we don't have any of those here.
I went into Heb once when I was in Texas in January. I can't lie. I want a Heb. I want an HEB. I need them to franchise outward. We're getting a Buc-ee's. Okay.
Ooh,
there was a
fancy.
Buc-ee's opening up, and I told my husband, I said, when it opens up, we need to go.
Yeah.
He's like, why? I'm like, you don't understand. This is like if Sheetz took steroids. We need to go. Because the thing is, Sheetz is great if you just want food. You only want fresh food, Sheetz is great. You want to go shopping for food, just any like snacks and stuff, Sheetz is okay. Sheetz is good for gas prices. Sheetz is good for fresh hot food. You want to go for anything else. You want to go for fun little tchotchkes. You want to go for cheap snacks. You want to go for hot food. And you want to go for food that you can take on the run. I got to say, Busey's. The Beaver's where it's at. Okay. I want an Aldi. Oh, really? See, I love Aldi's. Aldi's is so good, guys. Like, they are a secret weapon. They are a secret weapon. I enjoy going to them. The only problem is that you said it's like a Sam's Club?
No, it's nothing like a Sam's Club. It's
Nothing I
basically a
describe
truck
as a
stop on steroids.
Right. Publix, Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's, they're all on the same level. BJ's being the smallest, so it has the least selection. I've never been in a Costco. I've been in a Sam's Club. I've never been in a Publix. Publix is the only one that doesn't require a membership as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, no, Publix doesn't require a membership.
Yeah, BJ's is a wholesale place. Bubblydo. I don't think they've come up to Canada. I don't think so.
No,
No, Bubblydo, not that kind. But I will say that like Publix is the most like Costco, BJ's, and Sam's Club, but has more of the availability of a Walmart.
Yeah.
Whereas Aldi's is more like.
I feel like it's a step up from Walmart and a step down from. It's that in between.
It is. So, does anyone have a Rite Aid? Price Right. A Price Right. Price Right is in Rhode Island. Moon, are Price Rights in New York? See, because Price Right I miss. So Price Right is literally, it is a cheap market. It is designed to be a more affordable market. So you know when you're going there, the fruit is not top quality. You might be getting a little bit of an aged. See, you have the 99-cent store, Rachel, in California. So Smart and Final, I don't know what that is. I know of the 99-cent store. I prefer Publix and Costco than Aldi. See, I like Aldi. They don't have Price Right in Florida. Did they have it in New York, though, Esteban? I know you lived in New York. So think of the 99-cent store, but not just 99 cents. That's what Price Right is. It's a little more expensive. Price Right has a butcher shop. It has a fishmonger, has a vegetable section. It has frozen and fresh foods. But when you're going, you are saving money. I do remember them being in NYC, but I was not so sure anymore. New York.
The proper way to say it.
It's New York. Five Below is great, but Five Below is not a market. Five Below is great if you want to get a bunch of Christmas gifts and you're cheap. So, and I will say this, I like Five Below because a lot of the shit they have is good quality. No, it isn't. You're right. Now you can get stuff for $25 there. So it's not even really below anymore, $5.
No, it's just like the dollar store is not a dollar store anymore.
Well, for instance, Five Below.
Oh,
Ooh, sorry.
cute.
I got that for $10. So Five Below, Hi Pluribus, Five Below has a lot of like really quality things. And I really enjoy them. They are great. I will tell you right now, if you are having a party and you need to get a bunch of candy and stuff, they are fantastic. I've seen Five Below but never been in one. You should go, Rachel. But when we talk, because as far as I know, the 99-cent store was also a food store, kind of like the way
Sometimes.
Dollar Tree is.
Sometimes.
99-cent store is like a much higher version of the Dollar Tree, from what I'm aware.
Yeah, I won't buy food there.
I mean, you can buy the frozen food because it's the same quality. The 99-cent store,
I get scared.
I will buy certain foods at the Dollar Tree. Certain foods, but mostly I go there for craft stuff and decorations.
That makes sense.
They turned Dollar Tree into $1.25. Right.
Yeah. You can thank inflation for that.
Daiso. Now, is there any Daisos here in America? I know it's online and you can order online from there, but do they actually have a Daiso here? Hey, Derp.
Hey, Derp, how you doing? He's my birthday brother.
Birthday buddy. But yeah, I know about Daiso. I want to go there, but I don't know if they have any locations here in America. I personally, like, the only Asian stores I know that have franchised in America are H Mart. H-E-B is a Southern Texas store, but they're in Dallas now. Kroger, I've never gone to either, but there are Krogers here. I forgot about Kroger.
Closest thing I have to a Kroger is technically a, well, you can get stuff from them from Albertsons, I think. But we don't have any of them fancy grocery stores. We have Walmart, and we have Albertsons, and we have Smith's, and we have a Super One.
See, I don't have any of those here. None of them. Food Lion reigns supreme in North Carolina, but that's because they are headquartered in North Carolina. So when you come here, you're going to see Walmart and Food Lion. That's what you're going to see the most of. H Mart is where I get most of my veggies. I would love to go to H Mart more often because, so in Rhode Island, the vegetable locations in every market, we're not just talking about the really expensive markets. Every market has a very wide variety of vegetables and fruits, and that's because there's a larger variety of immigrants. So the thing is, if you go up north to almost every single market, you're going to see an extreme variety of fruits, vegetables, and herbs. And the reason that is because they have to accommodate a much larger audience.
Yeah,
so,
my food notes are kind of boring sometimes.
And I very much miss that. I don't even consider Whole Foods a market. I consider it a place you go when you got money.
And you want to spend too much, yeah.
Did you guys hear Starman? Say it again, babe. He said it's whole paycheck.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
So let's actually hear about what happened with these quail eggs, because we kind of got off on a tangent on grocery stores.
I was just so excited because they sold them. And because that's the thing, like, I got Zorro his quail eggs again, and they have them for almost the exact same price that they have them at H Mart.
Oh,
And so the same amount, the same price.
nice.
And so for like $5 something, $5 and some odd cents, I went and I got, what's 18 plus 18? I can't count. I'm shit.
36.
36. I got 36 quail eggs. So I got a month's worth of quail eggs, give or take.
Nice.
And I'm very excited about that. Now, Rachel will be the one to answer this for me. Supposedly, and this is yet to fail, if you put quail eggs, any quail eggs you get, in an incubator, they say 9 out of 10 you're going to get at least 3 hatchlings. Apparently, because quail farmers typically don't really candle their eggs. They don't care because a lot of them, like, more wild. So, Rachel, how difficult is it to
She
raise
just said
quail?
yes.
I know she said, I want to know because I'm betting this bitch done raise at least 1 quail. Yes, it's true. If you go and buy an 18 pack of quail eggs, they're seasonal eggs, right? But I get them all year long. I need to order an incubator, right? Yeah, are they a difficult animal to keep alive? Are they like, because here's the thing, I will have to buy a separate hutch for them. I'm going to have to, because the thing is, all my animals are getting older. Giving them quail, they're delicate but easy to handle. How delicate? Like, that's what I need to know. Is it worth the investment to set up a whole separate thing? Or can I set up a crate inside my chicken coop where the quails can stay in there? Because I would not want them wandering any part of the property. They'll die. There's too many predators. Because my idea was this. I was going to set up a separate, like, rabbit-size hutch. Maybe 5 feet by 3 feet. And maybe make it, like, 4 feet tall. And have, like, a little open hatch for the quails.
She says if you can, get them grown.
Get them grown. But how long do they live? How easy to stay alive? All that shit. The chickies tend to death dive for 0 reason.
Sounds like something you need a bunch of them to make sure you get a couple out of it.
The problem is my landlord just went and bought 17 chickens. My boss is getting ready to go buy some chickens. You're all making me very jealous because I can't yet. Now, if somebody wants to join to the Starson chicken coop needs repairing. I need a new fence. I need to get whatchamacallit. The fence I need to get needs to be completely enclosed because we've got too many predators in the property now. There's a lot of predators. So I need to make sure that it's completely enclosed. They don't need a lot of space or a lot of anything to be happy. Excellent. Starve them. Gotcha. So what I need to do is I need to repair the roof. I need to close up the holes inside the chicken coop. I need to take the current fence that's around the chicken coop, what I can salvage, and split up the dog yard so that way Orion cannot get to the chicken coop door. This is of very big importance because I am pretty damn sure Orion will beat down that door if he knows there's an animal on the other side. He hasn't gotten used enough to the chickens. He understands that there's a barrier between him and our house, but even sometimes he will at the window. So I now have to, it's a baby. Is that our Vincent?
Yeah.
How's his tail doing?
Really nice. It's almost, he's still got a hole in his fur.
Oh, that's looking real good though.
Yeah.
There was an official hole there last week. It's not anymore.
Can you stay out of my coffee, please? Thank you.
Esteban, I am technically renting to own my property, but it's my landlord is my friend, and your girl's credit catapulted low after she had to buy a fucking car in October. I was this close to buying this. We had everything all set. We had just paid off the debts. The credit cards were all low. Everything was looking beautiful. And then the Passat had to die. And that we were on a very delicate balance. When I tell you guys, everything went wrong. And it was all because of the car. Nothing else. But that one thing set us off enough. If you don't have fowl yet, get the quail first and then get the young chickens after a couple at a time. So the quail, no, I would rather keep the quail separate, Rachel, honestly, because I'm gonna have a lot of big chickens, and I would rather keep the quail separate and in their own hutch than, and because I have a large chicken coop. It's an old storage unit. It's an old storage shed building. It's about, I would say, 20 feet by 10 feet. So there's plenty of room in there for what I want because I don't need a huge flock of chickens. So I was planning on keeping the quail inside the chicken coop in their own little hutch, and then having the rest of the chicken coop set up for the chickens. I have a whole plan involved. I just need to get it going, and it's half of the issue is labor, the other half is money, because
It's always the money that's the bigger problem.
that's my biggest issue right now is the money, because I can't convince Starman to start it because he is not someone that likes to start things and then have to wait
Stop.
and do it little
Yeah.
by little and little. If I'm going to tell him we got to do it, we got to do it all at one time, because
Mhm.
convincing him multiple times to help me on certain shit is it's pulling teeth.
I
A
can understand
plan,
that.
eh? Right? Listen,
I'm
Rachel,
kinda
you
the
want to
same way.
fly over here and help me with this shit? I won't stop you. Get your ass over here. Let's do it. You'll still help. Feet pics on OnlyFans. My feet are not cute anymore. I can't do that. They've gotten too much of that eczema and psoriasis. Now your feet are prettier than mine.
Could probably sell his feet too. Why not?
We could do something. Use star shoes. I don't know. Whatever. Can't take my panties. I'm still using them.
I mean, I guess I might have some extra pair, but I'm pretty sure Sheep wouldn't be thrilled with that idea.
He doesn't have to know. I have pretty feet. Listen, then you sell the pictures and I'll take the profit. But now I get you. I've got Banthams and my Brahmas and Leghorns teaming. See, I want Banthams. I don't want Leghorns. I don't want Brahmas. If I do get Brahmas, or rather Leghorns, I'm going to have a flock that just wanders my property. I actually have a plan for that because the thing is, I would like chickens that eat all the bugs in the property. Like, my Bantam would be in my private flock along with my Iams. Like, I will have those off to the side of my own little personal flock, all my pretty little chickens, and I will get a flock of Leghorns to just wander the property and gobble up a lot of bugs that the jungle fowl that are my neighbor's chickens already come and do. Fat Frog Lady, I just realized your name. I didn't know quails were so good until I had them in ramen. Quail eggs are quite good. They have a weird little pop to them when you bite into them because the yolks are much softer. So when you soft boil or even just boil quail eggs and you bite the egg, it's like a little pop. If you want them to eat bugs and ticks get guineas, they are super loud though. See, again, I don't mind that part. The fact of the matter is I need to make sure they're strong because whatever is out on the property has to be strong enough to fight something off. Leghorns are not nice chickens. They're mean. And they fight you. And they'll fight other things too. So I'm fine with them fighting animals on the property. And it'd be animals that they would pretty much live their own life if they decide to, run in the middle of the road. That's on them. This would be chickens that I would have purely to keep up with insects on the property, live their life how they want, especially the damn roosters. Right, I would have one Leghorn rooster, and he would be...
Goose are not friendly.
I do want a goose, because they are excellent at protecting your property. They are not friendly to strangers, but they are friendly to you. Here's the problem. Geese have the wing power to fly over the fence. And if I'm going to go through the money and the time to raise a goose, I do not want that goose to get eaten by my dog.
Makes sense.
Geese are fantastic at protecting. If I wanted to get
chicken
the
for cold,
huh?
Rachel's over here talking about her frazzles. I'm like, what's a good chicken for cold?
If you decide on frazzles, hit me up. I don't like the floofy chickens.
I think they're pretty.
I like the pretty patterns. So that's why I like Banthams, because they have the little lace pattern on the wings.
Mm-hmm.
The job's going all right. The weather change has affected my knees. It hit me out of nowhere, guys. Because, see, for the last 3 years, I haven't moved around this much at all. I've moved around, but not to the level that you do when you work at a restaurant. That's just it. So I've had arthritis since 2016, but I've never done this much moving, even when I worked for the mattress companies. And so the last week, out of nowhere, my knees have been numb.
Mm.
So have you ever had that numbing pain
Mm-hmm.
that like radiates out and it's cold?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've had, and it kind of scared me because it came
Yeah, I
out of
bet.
nowhere. I did nothing different. It's going away slightly now, but I will tell you, I've been hobbling a lot this week, and Ark and my boss have both been very worried about me. They baby me even though I don't want it. They're like, go ahead. You have something to say?
No, I was reading the chat because Rachel is talking about her geese.
Called them Trump and Reagan. Reagan had complete disregard for fences and got eaten. Trump hung out with the dogs and thought she was also a dog. Oh, that's right, Wade. You went and you got the job interview. It went well. Trump was a girl after she laid an egg.
Mhm.
I don't know about that. Starts when I had wild geese or goose asking for food in my complex. Well, that's different though. See, because the thing is, Esteban, when you Canadian geese are only as good as they're trained. And any goose is only as good as it's trained. When you get especially a white goose, I don't know the breed. Don't ask me to name the breed. But when you take specifically white geese and you raise them on a property and you train them to protect that property, trust me, they ain't so nice. And especially to other animals. Not so much people, but animals for sure. If they see a strange dog, a strange cat, a strange chicken, they're going to go after them. The only thing I don't think I want is ducks. Even though their eggs are good and they're super cute, I don't think I have a need.
Yeah, I have a neighbor down the way that has ducks. They're really cute.
They're adorable. Especially little, when they run, their little feet
Mm-hmm.
flapping. What's the white grease breed? I don't know. The Cobra chickens that came to SoCal are always super chill. They hang out by ponds. Cobra. Oh, the Canadian geese. Cobra chickens. It's true. It's why our Air Force is made up of geese. No, here's the hot take. My boss and I are thinking of getting some emu for my property.
Oh gosh. Do you have enough room?
Well, oh yeah, I got the room. I just don't have the actual hutch to put them in yet. Because the problem is, I don't want to breed emu. I just want their eggs.
Right.
And see, we are doing, I can say it here because nobody knows where I work. We're doing a pop-up at the restaurant, and it's
Ooh.
for emu pho.
Ooh.
So we have to go to the emu farm to get the meat.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I really wanted to get an emu egg. She's like, good luck with that. They're not going to do it. Because emus only lay a certain amount of eggs every year. And Starson, you should watch my puppy videos. Have you posted them on the Discord? If you have, I will definitely go watch them. The most docile goose would probably be a Toulouse. If you have your heart set on that. See, I don't want docile.
No,
I
she
only
wants
want
the
a
attack
docile
goose.
queen. Huh?
You want the attack goose.
I want a goose that'll protect the property.
She wants the pit bull of goose.
I want one that's going to eat a snake. That's what I want. That's what, see, what I would really like if I had a larger property and neighbors that weren't so close. I would actually get some dogs for the outside property. I would get Caucasian shepherds and stuff like that for just the outside property if I had farm animals. I don't. And so I do know that if I get the emu, the thing is they fought the Australian army and won, so I wouldn't be too concerned about the emu. But if I got goats, that's what I'd be worried about. So I don't know. There's a whole lot that's going to go into this, and we don't even know if we're going to stay on this property forever, if we're going to turn into a rental once we buy it. We don't know. There's a whole thing. My lipstick is almost gone at this point, so I'm going to officially wipe it off for the night. But Okay, I get surprised that the birds in my complex love asking for food. Yeah, they've been conditioned. Remember, animals that live near people that are not you hate goats because they eat plants.
I
Oh,
hate
Aaron,
goats
I
because they're
have
escape artists.
yes. Aaron, I have 9 cats and 2 dogs at the moment. I don't have any outdoor animals right now. And I also have 1 foster cat that eventually needs to go back to their owner. Goats and rut, though, are hilarious. It's so impressive how you plan ahead for a lot of things. Oh, thank you, honey. The thing is, that's how you. I have found the most effective way to get excited about things and to make sure you don't fall flat in your face is to plan well ahead of time. So that way,
Mhm.
when everything starts to happen, you've already got it all set right up there.
Yep.
And you know how to lay it into action. Because Starman doesn't like planning ahead. Kind of just hopes for the best. You don't want to have to plan ahead. That's annoying because then I have to wait. Yeah, you gotta wait. That's what planning is. Me, I'm a major planner. If I can plan everything down to the last detail, I will. Which is what I did with Vegas. Whenever I visit Rhode Island, I give people a time frame. I'm like, okay, on Wednesday at 12, I have a 2-hour slot. I can visit you then. I'll be taking because I'll be I'll be in Pawtucket. So it takes 25 minutes to get to you. And my next at the 2-hour slot. Okay, so I can spend an hour and 20 minutes at you, but after that I gotta go because we gotta get to the next thing. And that's how I do it. My plans seem to go wrong all the times, make things seem pointless. The reason why, if you aren't used to planning a lot of stuff, because they used to go wrong for me too, Moon. Honestly,
They
it
still
takes a
do.
lot of learning and experimentation. For instance, one of the reasons why I stopped drawing for a while is because I couldn't sketch because I couldn't afford the sketch pads. So that was something where I would just stop drawing because I couldn't afford to replace the stuff. So why bother? Well, now I've realized I'm never going to get any better at drawing if I don't practice and fail and get back up again. And so that's what I'll say to you, honey. I understand where you're coming from. Plans don't seem to always go out well. It comes down to planning for not only the positives to happen, but if everything goes wrong, what do you do once everything goes wrong? That's how you plan ahead. I don't know if that's how you do it.
I'm an
Harp,
in between. I plan, but I don't plan to the last detail because I like to leave room for error. So like we are going to go to Vegas in the near future, and I'll plan when I'm going to get there. I'm going to plan how I'm going to get there, and I may even bring up a few things I'm going to do. I would like to do while I'm there, but it's like I don't know exactly when I'll do what.
Well, it depends on if I have to plan. Like with Rhode Island, I have to regiment it because there's so many people to see. But with Vegas, like I agree, planning for that cushion is good. So like when I went, I planned it all up. That's why I took a week instead of the 3 days because there was a lot we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I wanted exactly what you just said. I wanted to be able to not be me and be like, okay, we can get up late on this day. It's okay if we skip breakfast on this day, but the night before I would regiment. So that way it still kind of went to shit while we were there planning wise, but we did pretty good.
Yeah.
We did pretty good. Sometimes I feed them the animals. But yeah, I would say that the best way for you that when you always have something go wrong, try to figure out what would go wrong. You know, for instance, when I drive up to Rhode Island, I try to leave as much in advance. So, like, let's say I'm going when I went to Gothix's wedding. The wedding was on Thursday. Okay. Was it Friday? Something like that. So I knew I wanted to go at least 3 or 4 days in advance. Why? That gave me plenty of time to see people. It gave me plenty of time if I got stuck in traffic because it was the summertime.
Yep.
Excuse me. Gave me plenty of time to get stuck in traffic if I wanted to take a little longer. If maybe we had to stop and take a nap. I try to plan out for that cushion because if there's something I absolutely have to go to, that's what I mean by regimenting. So Even my cushion is regimented.
It depends on who you are too. For some people, they have to have that kind of plan because they don't think very well by the. I'm not saying this is you. Just some people don't think well by the seat of their pants. Other people, that's when they have their sparks of genius. Is when something's gone wrong and they don't know what the hell's going on and they just come up with an idea on the fly. I've always been somewhere in between.
The problem is that especially my husband, he doesn't do well when shit goes awry. See, Rachel's like, you're all crazy. Listen, here's the thing. If I tell him, hey, go right, and we're supposed to go left, and he has to go around on the roads, my husband has a bad night. It's done after that. He does not like anything going wrong at all. And I'm not lying.
I don't think anybody likes anything going wrong, but some people roll with it better than others.
He don't roll with nothing. The night is ruined. He's in a pissy mood the rest of the night. And he makes sure I get pissy too. Ooh. So I make sure. Is this an East Coast thing? No, this is a Matthew thing. And so, like, the problem is that when I don't like that I waste time, and that's something I really don't enjoy. With Matthew, he doesn't like the unexpected. So I have had to balance it. So he likes expectations to be met, so that way he doesn't feel like anything's going to fail. I don't like that if I have gone somewhere and I did something that was enjoyable, but I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do, I feel like I've wasted time. That's why I don't like sleeping in on vacation or staying in the hotel. I'm like, if I just wanted to lay down and sleep, I'd have fucking stayed home and saved myself $2,000. No. If we're on vacation, we're gonna go do shit. We're gonna eat at restaurants. We're gonna go see sights. We're gonna go do activities, and we're gonna have fun. Otherwise, it was a waste to even do it. That's how I am, because that's my thing. If you want to just relax and unwind, guess what? Do a staycation. Take a week off from work and just sleep at home.
I don't have a pool.
That's how I see it. You get hotels in your vacation. Girl, I ain't got a choice. What am I going to do? Hoof it?
Sleep in the back of the car.
My dad gets up in the AM. Right, and plans the entire day hour by hour. That's called a genius.
Yeah, no, that's called a way to make me miserable.
And see, the thing is, if I know that the person, like, if I'm going to vacation with someone, I tell them this is how I want to do it. And this is what made someone mad the last time I went, because they were like, they invited us on the vacation. And I was like, okay, what are we going to do? And they just wanted to go and sleep in the hotel. And I'm like, this is boring as fuck. No. They didn't want to leave the hotel until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, that's such a fucking waste. So we're going to sit around and do nothing for hours? No. No, there's nothing. No, thank you.
No, you see, you go and get breakfast somewhere, and then you go look at something, and then you go and get lunch somewhere, and then you go and look at something, and then you go and get dinner somewhere. And then maybe go back to the hotel. I don't know.
Right. But see, here's the thing, Pluribus. I have pools and spas here in North Carolina. If I want to go to the spa, I take a day out and go to the spa. Unless it's a specialty spa that can only get there. If I want to go to the pool, I can go to the YMCA. I'm not vacationing to go to a pool. I'm not vacationing to go to a spa.
I'd also go to a spa. I need to go to a hot spring. That's what I need to
Right.
do.
Now, a hot spring is a different thing entirely. 3 p.m. is too late to sleep on a vacation. Right. And see, I'm not wasting my...
Depends on what I did the night before.
Anna, see, Anna's just vibing with me today. Anna is doing what Breen usually does. She vibing with me. I'm not wasting my vacation doing something I can do at home. Because you know what? I spent $2,000 to the same shit I do for free. Nope. You can't convince me otherwise. Let's see. He killed a lizard and brought it to the bedroom to play with. Oh,
it's a good kitty.
Fun. Not fun. Oh,
not fun for the lizard.
Speaking of, we bought the house with the pool, got the spa, then converted one bedroom to a walk-in closet. See, there you go.
Nice.
Wait, you guys sleeping at home? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll sleep in at home if I need to. Look, if there's a day that I want to sleep in, see, you've got a farm, And I understand with my animals understand if I'm not going to get up, I'm not going to get up. They operate on my time. That's how my animals work. I don't get up until I get up. So that's just how I've always been. I don't know, maybe I'm blessed, but my animals have never done anything wrong until it's like right in the moment, and I'm like right before I'm supposed to feed them, they might be a little shit and get on the counter or something. But if you want to stay at home and like maybe have somebody do the farm chores for you that day, bribe your husband, get somebody off of Craigslist. I don't know, maybe not Craigslist, you know what I mean. But that's my thing. That's some shit I can do at home. I definitely make a list of places I like to go if I went somewhere for vacation. How did you get your cat to understand that? Literally, it takes bonding with your animal and then not giving into their yowls. Seriously. Cats are smarter than you guys realize. And every time you give in to their screaming, they understand that they can push that limit. And that's what you do. You don't give into it. Just like anything else. You're not supposed to give into a kid when they scream for treats in the market. You know why? Because the kid's going to realize every time you go to the market, they scream, they get a treat. It's conditioning. They've conditioned you to do that. So I conditioned my animals to understand that once my alarm goes off and I get up for the day, then they start pushing me. But that's because they understand. Now I've gone to the bathroom because your girl's got to go to the bathroom every morning before I do anything else. Unless you want to have a lot of mess everywhere. So I had to go to the bathroom. I had to stretch out my knees. I had to make sure that I'm dressed. And then I start the day. So I put the kittens back in the crate. I give them their kibble. I give them their water. I give Athena her kibble and water. Then I go let the dogs out. Now the cats know the day has started. Once the dogs get let out, unless the sun isn't up, everyone's getting fed. As a matter of fact, sometimes if it's a little too close to 8 o'clock or 8:45 at night, the cats think that it's dinner time, even though dinner time isn't until 9:35. So if the dogs go outside, they all start yelling, "It's dinner, it's dinner." No, bitch, you gonna wait. Starson, I feel you would agree with my last comment. What was your last comment, honey? I didn't see it.
Well, it's like here, Alex starts screaming for dinner at about 7:30, but he still doesn't get fed till 9:30, no matter how long he goes on for.
He can yell all he wants. Hey, what about flying and taking a nap after a busy flying day? That's a little different because you're on a jet lag. But even then, that's like you got there that day.
Yep.
That's it. 14-mile walks, high altitude, cleaner air. It was relaxing. See, I can't sleep well, especially on vacation, because I have the best bed. And no vacation has my bed.
Yeah, that does make it hard.
And see, the thing is, like, a lot of folks sleep better on vacation. You know why? Because you got a shitty bed. And so 9 times out of 10, when you go to a vacation, the bed is higher quality or it's newer just because it got replaced sooner. So it doesn't feel as hard or as uncomfortable. It's probably still a shitty bed, but it's not quite as shitty as the one you have at home.
Yep.
But someone, S1 brought up the lizard.
There
was another mouse, guys.
No.
So I think they're coming from this closet right over here. I think there's a hole somewhere in the foundation, and they're coming in through it. And vacations can suck if you don't take the right ones, Moon. I will tell you that right now. You can have really shitty vacations if you don't take the vacation you want. But anyways.
Or if you take it with people you don't like. Then it's not a vacation.
Oh my God. Taking a vacation with people that make you more stressed out. Now I got to repeat it. Listen, just because you got a temper doesn't mean it's a good temper. And it doesn't mean it's the right bed for you. Listen, Rachel, you can't tell the mattress girl that, because I have an argument for every mattress problem. Trust me. But whatchamacalls it?
Well, I could take my bed with me.
I love my bed. Someday it's gonna have to go away though, because it's already getting up there in years, but that's a problem for future Star Son. Anyways, so the other night I'm sitting here and I'm chilling on the couch, and I hear this explosion of noise and then silence. And I didn't think anything of it because it didn't sound like anything fell. It was like crashing, but nothing crashed.
Right.
And no one ran out, so I didn't think anything of it. All vacations I had are bad, waste of time, never room with your fam. Never, yeah. See, if your family stresses you out, your vacation's gonna be shit. You need to go on one on your own, babe. That's what you need to do. Take a vacation. But anyways, about 20 minutes later, I hear the same crash again. Sinbad comes flying out of the hallway, and I'm like, "What did you do?" Well, he stops right in the doorway, and I can see the mouse in his mouth. And I'm like, fuck! There's another one! Well, this started the epic chase. Bad ran over to the dog doors, dropped the mouse, then had to snatch it back because he's trying to drop it to eat it. But none of these menses have realized they haven't actually killed the mouse. So every time they put it down, you know what the mouse does?
Runs.
Tries to run. So Sinbad drops it, tries to get it, drops it, tries to get it, drops it, tries to get it. So great. That's not working. He's running around. Every time I get close, he growls because obviously he doesn't want to lose his kill. Completely makes sense. All right. Then Axel gets it from him. And Axel's worse because Axel's got the jaw power and is doing nothing with it. So he's taking the mouse. And this poor thing, when Axel got it, he was backhanding it when it would try to run away. But then he'd do nothing with it. And I'm like, bro, you could kill the damn mouse.
So cats are mean. I mean, they're psychotic.
They were torturing it. So, horror. Now I'm trying to chase Axel down because now I've decided I'm going to take the mouse from him and throw it outside. Because they're not killing it. And I'm fine with them taking the mouse out and killing it. I'm not fine with them torturing it, and I don't think it's right morally for me to sit there and watch them torture it. Because this went on for 25 minutes of them batting this poor thing around. I'm like, no, I can't.
So unfortunately, it's nature. I mean, it's what they do.
And who's going to bed? I see you said have a good night to someone, but I don't know who. But is there who's going to bed, Moon? I didn't see who said it.
Moon's going to bed?
I don't know. But yeah, so it was going on for like 25 minutes, guys. And I was like, it just wasn't right. It wasn't right. So I try to get this mouse out of Axel's mouth. Axel. This is the first time ever since I've owned Axel that I genuinely thought he might attack me. And the thing is, guys, I want to encourage him to hunt. But I want to also give him incentive to kill the mouse quickly. So I get him by the scruff and I'm being very soothing because I don't want him to think he's in trouble. And I had a very big padded thing and I took hold of the mouse and I tried to pull, and that's when I heard bad things. And I was like, oh God. Well, I felt it move in the pad. I got it out of his mouth. I run it outside and I tossed the mouse. Because I could see that this was in the runaround. I could see the mouse was starting to look worse for wear. It was still breathing. I felt it move, so I thought it was okay. When I tossed it out into the carport, it was not doing okay.
No.
Little bitch was not moving at all, except for like, and I was like, oh God. So, for the first time ever, your girl had to take out a mammal, guys. So I said a little prayer. I asked the Lord's forgiveness. And then I dispatched of the little mousey. I did it very quickly with a shovel. And I killed the mouse. So, Lord, forgive me. I felt so bad for the poor thing, guys. Because it was like...
Cats are sadistic.
Too. Like, the rest of them were all like small. This mouse had to be like that big. Cats are sat right. I always worry about having to do that. It's if you know you're doing it because it's the right thing to do. I'm not happy about it, but I am happy that it's not suffering.
It's either that or give it back to the cats. So
I certainly wasn't at that point. I was like, you guys didn't even do a good job. I'm not giving you the kill. Because the thing is, it doesn't give them the incentive to do it. So I'm hoping they will get the incentive. I will be right back, though, guys. Horror. I'm sure I've talked enough tonight that you can entertain them with something. I'll be
Oh,
back in a few minutes. I
sure, I
need to
can
use
think
the
of
ladies' room,
something.
guys.
Maybe. Yeah. This is always a fun. Yeah, I can't hear you. No. Okay. Yeah. I'm never good at being put on the spot like this because I never come prepared. You'd think I'd have something by now. But we've been talking about pets all night. Told you guys the story about the time my Alex caught a mouse and flung it at me again. I mean, he actually killed the mouse though. He must not be as sadistic as her. Sadistic. I don't know why I keep saying that wrong. As her cats, because he just killed it. He grabbed it in his mouth and he shook it, and it went flying. And by the time it hit my leg, it was dead. So, I have 2 cats and 6 dogs, including a puppy. And there's a good chance that I have a pregnant dog, but we're hoping not still. Feel bad when I kill rattlesnakes. Don't. There are more. I'm not as I'm a soft person, but I'm not too distant from reality when it comes to that. Yeah, Alex is a much more efficient killer. So it's the only mouse that he's ever got. But he definitely killed that mouse. Anytime he picked up yeah, that's why you shouldn't be worried about them. I mean, it's like with spiders for me. As long as I can't see them, I don't care. But as soon as I can see them, you kill them. And rattlesnakes are nothing to be fucking with. Actually, I was helping a lady with, well, not helping a lady. When I was in my teens, I would go out to this lady's stables and I would help her, with the chores and stuff. And for that, she would give me riding lessons. So I was out in the back field. She had 5 acres of land out of town. And I was walking the paths to make sure I'd close one of the gates for the horses. And I stopped dead in my tracks because I heard a, "Hello, Vincent. You're an asshole." But I'd heard a sound that sounded quite reminiscent of a rattlesnake. And so I stopped in my tracks because the last thing I want to do is piss off a rattlesnake to the point it bites at me. And it was curled up in the grass, so I couldn't quite see it. I could see a faint pattern on its back, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was. So I'm standing there waiting for somebody to come by and help me with it. By the time the old lady gets there, she, because she was an old lady, she manages to get the snake, and turns out it was just a king snake, but they actually have developed. Would you stop stepping on the mouse, you little bastard? This cat. The ability to imitate the sound of a rattle without having a rattle. So that was a fun time. Nice little scare. War of the mammals versus birds has been waging since the birth of the earth. Same with black racers. She always stays in the bushes. Yeah, no. As long as they're hanging out where they're supposed to hang out, I don't care. It's when they're somewhere they're not supposed to be. Especially those damn spiders. Well, that's so cool. Yeah, they fake the sound of a rattlesnake. Obviously, if you know exactly what you're looking for, you can typically tell the difference, but I did not know. That's the same agreement I have. Yeah. Yeah, we all have the little agreements where we don't allow the creatures to bug us, except for this cat. This cat right here bugs me no matter what. He is locked out of the master, or not the master, but the bedroom for now. My fiance says the same thing, but then the cats will kill them if they see them. That's what the cats are for. They kill spiders and they kill mice and lizards. My cats hate all bugs, even spiders. My cats have not been particularly good at spiders. Actually, none of my pets have been particularly good at spiders. Grace, I think I told you guys about the freaking quarter-sized goddamn spider I found in my house. Your cats are shit at killing flies and spiders. Sometimes Vincent will hunt down a fly, but they're not very good at catching them. Grandmother will come over once in a while, complain about spiders in my home, and I don't mind the spiders so long as it's not a black widow or bigger than my hand. Yeah, no, I hate. Can't do it. they pay rent in bug bodies. Well, they can pay rent where I can't see them too. But that's why I spray peppermint oil. Peppermint is an excellent way to stop spiders. You're a pretty cat. Here he comes again. Hold on. Elf. Just lay down. Sinbad has you trapped? What did he do? She's being trapped by a cat. The spiders camp out in corners, and when I vacuum, I shake their webs to let them know, so they hide while I vacuum their mess. He jumped on you? Oh, God. It's just a cat. You can move him. Surprisingly, cats eat the bugs, but not lizards. That is kind of weird. I love how black cats are the best cats. I don't care what anybody says. You're a good kitty. Except for right now, you're an asshole. Tried putting spearmint on cotton balls near my doorways, and I swear it did nothing. The smell was so strong, I don't know how it didn't affect them. Really? Are you sure it was actual spearmint? I actually, not last year, but the year before, I had so... If you ever grow mint or spearmint, anything in that family, be careful, because it will take over your whole garden. I had some peppermint, spearmint. Actually, oh, you want peppermint, not spearmint. Sorry. Peppermint's better. But if you have peppermint or, well, anything of the mint family in your garden, it will take over the garden. I'm still picking out peppermint shoots out of my garden, which, oh boy. Yeah, definitely do the peppermint. Get a good strong extract, or there's actually all sorts of sprays out there with it already in it that I've actually really liked. I need to spray the house again. But you're so good, kitty. But 2 years ago, I pulled all the peppermint out and dried it, and you would not believe how little that actually gives you. You're an asshole cat. You really are. Great. Now I'm stuck on what else to say. What did Grace do? What did Flynn do? What did Sydney? Oh, Grace. I'm worried she's pregnant, as I've already discussed. But it's still impossible at this stage to tell. I have a black tuxedo cat. He looks like a young Zorro. Yeah, this cat's... Actually, I'm very lucky. Both of my cats are absolute sweethearts. They, Oh, shit. I wonder if I can do that without her here. I don't think I can. But we forgot to show I have video of, Sydney attacking Alex. How did you choose your cat's names? Well, Vincent, is named after Vincent Price. Obviously, he's a big black scary cat. So it was an obvious name for me. And Alex, I kind of just picked out of a hat. The dogs, on the other hand, are Tiberius, Rudy, well, Tiberius, Sophie, Rudy, Flynn, Grace, and Sydney. And with the exception of Tiberius, they're all named after movie stars. So Tiberius is my mother's dog, and he's named after James Tiberius Kirk because she is a Star Trek fan. Sophie, Sophia Loren. Rudy's Rudolph Valentino. Flynn is Errol Flynn. Grace is Grace Kelly. And Sydney is Sydney Poitier. Welcome back.
Return.
Yeah, and you got your stole back.
He realized he hadn't bet on me, I guess. Hi, Christian.
Damn it, Sid and Alex.
What are they doing now?
Oh, he stepped on my mouse and turned down the DPI, so it was moving really slow on my screen. So it was driving me crazy.
My cats, so many names. So for me, Zorro got a little water on his tail. So it's a little rat. And Zorro got his name. By the way, I don't know if I said, but hi, Christian. Zorro got his name because he's a thief. When we first got him, my now deceased best friend found him, and his original name was Cheez-It. because Zorro wouldn't eat anything but Cheez-Its. He was very bougie.
Oh god.
So he would not eat anything but Cheez-Its from my best friend's nieces and nephews. And he was maybe 4 months old when we found him. He was ditched over near the animal shelter, which is where my best friend lived. And he was screaming outside the house. He did not want to stay outside. They kept throwing him outside. And he would sit there and just cry and scream to come back in. And so I took him. And when I took him, I whatchamacallit. Sorry, it was a fly. I had to kill it. Got it. When I took him, the night we got him in the house, he escaped my bedroom and my brother dangled a pork chop above him. Don't know why he did this, but he thought it'd be funny. Well, Zorro jumped up from the ground because Philip was holding it about, I would say, 3 or 4 feet in the air. Zorro jumped up, snatched the end of the pork chop, and dangled from it, trying to yank it off the fork. And then he ran off, and he's got a little puffy butt. And my dad was like, he's got little pantalones. He's got a little mask of Zorro. Because I wanted to call him Sora. Because up until that point, all our cats had S names. Starlight, Shadow, and Seamus. So I wanted to keep it up and call him Sora because I am a weeb and I loved Kingdom Hearts. Well, my dad was like, no, that's a terrible name for him. Call him Zorro. Like the Mask of Zorro because he's a little thief. That's how Zorro got his name. And then I did not name another cat. Bob came with his name. Daisy came with her name. Until we got Nova and Aria. And originally I just wanted, because Nova looked like a little galaxy with her little patchwork tortoiseshell. So I called her Nova. And at the time, Aria had the name Vespa. Was it Vesta? Vesta, I think. And that was the goddess of fertility. I wanted to pick celestial names. Aria got her name changed because she would walk around the house screaming. She'd just go for hours on end. So she sang like a little opera singer, so I called her Aria, like she was singing arias. You look very lost. What's wrong?
I'm not lost.
Oh.
I'm just listening.
And then it came to who was next. Who was after that? It was Penny. Penny we got when she was 3 weeks old. She was found in a soda machine. And the reason she was found in the soda machine, someone had stuffed her in there. And it was one of those gravity machines where like it would drop the drink into the spot. Well, the spot where the drink would have dropped is where they shoved her. And it was 100-degree weather and Penny was screaming bloody murder. And the construction workers at that market over there heard her and they brought her to the workers. And one of the workers was my neighbor and she brought her to me. And so at the time, my brother was like, name her Fizz, name her Quarters, name her some soda name. And I was like, no. But she looks like the drawing of, whatchamacallit, Soft Kitty from Big Bang Theory. So my mother said, you should call her Penny, like Penny from Big Bang Theory, because she looks like Soft Kitty. So I did. So Zorro, my dad named, Penny, my mother named. And then we got Axel. And Axel, I think, is my most adorable naming. My brother brought Axel to me a couple days before New Year's. It was in 2016. And my brother found Axel in the engine of the truck, of his work truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's not why he's called Axel.
Oh.
My brother called him Trucker.
Oh.
Which I hated. I hated that name. And I was like, we are not calling him Trucker. Because Philip told me I had to rehome him. I'm like, I'm not rehoming him either. He's too sweet of a cat. So I had him trapped in my bedroom, which is what I always do when I get a new cat. I quarantine them.
Yeah.
So I had him quarantine in my bedroom, and Axel is a hyper lover, as you all know. So every time you open the door, he would launch at you, and he wouldn't just love. He would love you. So he'd shove at your face. He'd nip at you. He'd be like, and he would be like drooling all over you. he'd be kneading, like, I've got videos back from 2016, 2017 where he's literally kneading my cheek. He was just so happy to see me. And at the time, there was a song playing on the radio at my job, and it's All I Want Is Love. And every time I'd walk in, that's all I would hear. I'd hear, All I Want Is Love. And I hear it every time he jumped on me. So I looked up what the band was. And the band was, oh shit. Was Strange New World or Rule the World, something like that. Take That, or I'm trying to remember it now. But anyways, so the band, I looked up their lead singer, and his name was Ian Axel.
Ah.
And so I called my brother. I said, pick a name, Ian or Axel. He goes, Ian, stupid. I said, Axel it is. So, and so that's where Axel gets his name. And then who's next? Hendrix came with his name. And then I guess it's just because Bastion and Atreyu, they had pretty original names, but they are both passed away. Bastion, he got his name because we found him in the middle of a rainstorm and he was screaming. And if you guys ever seen the Neverending Story, Sebastian was screaming into a thunderstorm and da-da-da-da. It was
Whole thing,
that's
yeah.
right. And so that's where Bastion got his name. And Atreyu we found right after it. And Atreyu was a very stoic boy with a little long face. And so right after we found out, I was like, well, we've got a Bastion, let's call him Atreyu. And
Aw.
Calliope got her name because I like the name Calliope. There's nothing else to it. I wanted her to have a dignified name, and Calliope really suited her just because she came to us extremely undignified. Calliope was very much near death. She couldn't see. She could barely breathe. She was just this little, we didn't think she was going to make it. And she's definitely still got a lot of effects from it. You can tell somebody abused her. Someone abused both of them. They were not healthy kittens when I got them. And then there was Sinbad. And as you all know, if any of you are my OG followers, when I got Sinbad, I, as a matter of fact, hosted a vote on what to call him because Sinbad is such a pretty cat. And he had such gorgeous fur. He's a little sand cat. And what did I originally want to call him? I had a couple of names that I wanted to call him. And I've never heard the name Calliope. So it's spelled Calliope. Yeah, but Calliope is it's a Grecian name. It's a Grecian name. So Sinbad, I wanted to pick something that matched his looks. And a lot of people said I should call him Bastion as well. I'm like, no. Just because he looks like Bastion, and he does in a way look like Bastion. He acts nothing like him. Sinbad does look a lot like Bastion. There's times when, especially when he was a kitten, I would go to say Bastion and then I'd start crying, and it was rough because Bastion and Atreyu died really, really rough, guys. Like, that's some of the biggest regrets I have as a pet owner, that I did not get them the help they needed in time, because now I know from Penny, if I had gotten to the vet in time, they would have lived. But sometimes you have to understand that mistakes are made in life.
Things don't always happen the way you want them to.
Right. And I feel bad because Bastion was one of those perfect cats. You know, you get like a perfect animal that they just, everything is good about like, he let you dress him up. He was like a little rag doll. I could carry him everywhere. He was cuddly. He loved everybody. He never attacked anyone. Bastion was like the epitome of just a good boy.
That's kind of how Sydney's shaping up. He's hitting all the right notes. I mean, he's potty trained to the point he takes himself outside. If you are in an office with him and he can't, and it's time for him to go to the bathroom, he lets you know without any doubt. He loves everybody. And I've got him trained to the point even now that when I'm getting out of the car, he's staying in his seat until I'm out of the car entirely and tell him it's okay to leave the car.
Greta used to be that well trained on that. Orion's ruined that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, with Sinbad, There was a lot of names I batted back and forth, and if you go back enough in my community posts, you'll see it. But I ended up on Sinbad because he just he is a little cheeky. This boy is a little cheeky. He is a very good hunter, and it just suits him. So he looks like a little Middle Eastern boy, and I just think he matches that name so well. Oh, that's right, the dogs too. The dogs I have to give them. I have a lot of pets, guys. I had to keep up for a second. Greta originally was going to be named Victoria. I thought it'd be a really cute name for her, but I had a friend who is no longer a friend named Vicky, and I realized I would call her Vicky. And I was like,
No
so I
thanks.
tried to look up unique German names because she's half boxer, which is a German dog. And I settled on Greta because I did not hear Greta used enough. I did not hear that used enough as a dog's name. So I went with that. And then Greta Thunberg came around. Everyone was like, oh, did you name it after Greta Thunberg? No. No, I did not.
Absolutely not.
And then right around the time I named her, there was a horror movie that came out called Greta. And I'm like, why? Why is it when I pick a name, everyone's getting all these terrible things? Now with Orion, I consternated because I kind of wanted to call him Tiberius. There was a lot of like strong black names I wanted to name him because he was a buff puppy. And I wanted when he got older to match his name.
Yeah.
So like I was looking at Tyrone, Tiberius, like just strong masculine names. And I hate that it's true, but the man that assisted in the death of my best friend is actually partly how Orion got his name. Because if you look at Orion's eyes really close, especially as a puppy, his eyes were a mix of amber, brown, and like this really pretty teal blue. And if you look up the Orion constellation, let me see if I can actually get a picture up so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Because I actually, on Orion's Instagram, I have it. Just enjoy looking at Zorro for the moment. Let's see. Gotta look him up. Search. Oh, so glad that I don't have this page showing right now. The hell, I don't know why that's in my search. So let me get this page shared. Share screen. Tab. Share. So this is Orion's Instagram, by the way, guys.
The pretty dog.
That's my pretty baby. This is one of my favorite photos of him. Just look at how stinking cute. This is when he was a puppy. He was about like 8 or 9 months in this photo. Just look at how fucking cute he is. I can't. I hate it. It's so disgusting. Anyways. Like, come on. No. Look at him. This is back when I could have the electric collar before he ate it. Oh shit. Look, even at my old apartment, he would. This is what happened after I got Orion. Okay, so this is Orion. This is in. Oh, this is when he ate my shoe.
Oh God.
Starman ignored him. This is when he was a puppy. He was eating everything. And
oh shit! I meant to take a picture of that. My dog chewed the wall.
Oh my God! See, look at this. These are brand new shoes. You can even see there's almost no wear in the tread. And I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when he was the same size as Greta. This is back when I could trust him around other dogs. Long time ago. This is at Starman. This is back when Starman and I both weighed less. This is Starman and me at his grandmother's house right after she passed away in Maine. Orion greatly enjoyed Maine. Sorry, we're going down like this little memory lane with me and but just look at how cute he was and what a well-behaved puppy he was. Well, I'm lying. He wasn't the best behaved puppy, but he was so stinking cute. Well, you can see even right here, you can see his eyes.
Yeah.
It was a family gathering for remembering Starman's oh yeah, this is what I used to have on his collar. Dipped chasing bitches and meeting new homies. I'm a lover. Help me get home, bruh. Seriously though, mom and dad are probably freaking. Help this love bug get home safely. I'm missed. They can't see at the moment, baby, but hold
Yeah.
on. Just stay right
That's
there.
cute.
Let's go and see what you're looking at.
I'm looking at Orion's oh, here it is. So look. This is Orion's eye when he was a puppy.
Very pretty.
And this is the Orion constellation. So tell me, you don't see the
I can see where you got the
similarity in
name.
colors.
Yeah.
Ari's freaking out with all the different lights.
Oh, can she see the laser lights? I didn't know she could.
Huh?
Hold on, I'll show you guys. So you guys can't see what's going on behind me. So Starman, come into view. This is Aria. This is Starman's favorite cat.
Uh-huh. Oh god, she looks way out there.
Aria is
All the lights are throwing her off.
yeah, she's not used to all this. She's a
She's a
she
chunky
worships
kitty.
the ground she walks on. I'm pretty sure. Here, go ahead. Let them all see what you're doing. Go ahead. Lean down. Come here. Let them all see. I don't get this much attention from him. Let me see. Bring her over here. I want them to hear her purr. There's only 2 cats in my household that purr this much. That's her and Sinbad. And she started like she looks like my other cat. Yeah, she's a very good cat when she wants to be. Starman. How did Aria enter this household? What did she used to do?
Uh-oh.
Be honest.
She did nothing. She slept
She used to attack me, guys.
and would purr loudly when I walked in the room.
She would do that. Anytime I spoke above this tone, she would attack me straight at my face. When I go to sleep at night, she'd latch onto the back of my head and attack me. Because she had severe damage in her ears. And as we all know, Star Sun isn't exactly quiet. So she took it as a personal attack.
God.
Yeah, it was bad. He matches your shirt so well. Yeah, Zorro been here since I got back from the bathroom. You guys can all notice. He's very comfortable. Ooh, I can actually see my tattoo. In case you guys didn't know, I have a tattoo. It needs a update, though. So what you looking at? I see you observing something, or is it just me you're looking at in all my glory?
It's you and your gorgeousness. That and me explaining to someone why human capital is more expensive in the U.S. than it is in other countries. But
human or Huan?
Human. Human. So, the cost of labor in the U.S. is higher than in other countries. I've been listening to basic economics, so people will say some things, and now
people get paid a reasonable salary here.
Depends. Fine, reasonable.
It's true. Sometimes it's over salary, but still.
But realistically, we're talking about the fact that, people here get paid more for a variety of reasons, up to and including the government overvaluing some forms of labor, but that's an entirely separate issue. But it's because we have the ability to do more things here as well. So you have to pay someone more to do certain types of jobs that they could potentially pay less for elsewhere. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, because paying them less there helps their lives get better and gives us cheaper products.
Exactly.
So
it just depends on what becomes a sweatshop rather than just a cheaper product. Like I will tell you guys right now, don't go anywhere near Temu. You know that shop like a billionaire, stay far away from it. You think Wish is bad? At least Wish actually sends you your shit.
But at the same time,
of Temu's people dying just by leaving the factory because they're working 18-hour days and they're only getting a couple of hours between shifts. And they have like perfectly healthy young women just collapsing and dying, leaving the factory.
Yeah.
I
There's a
assume
lot of unfortunate things.
enough to pay the essentials like bills.
Define
A discussion
essentials.
for a different day, I
I
think.
mean, it's another one of those things. And we can go down the define hole until we get to the very end of it.
Oh, God. See, that's the problem. Because then you go, well, define this. Oh, okay. Well, define that. Oh, well, define this.
Well, the
And
problem
see,
is until you have those definitions, you can't really do the math to figure out the actual thing you're talking about.
it's not
A
just
lot of
that,
these
the
things
fact
are
of the matter
very
is-
vague terms.
Right. And not only that, but the thing is, like, what is considered appropriate here in other countries
May
won't
not be.
It's a whole thing.
It's a lot. There's a lot of things down that rabbit hole. That's why I don't like vague terms. So
I think
I'm
vague
not
terms
good at it.
only work in overarching situations that don't have anybody's lives on the line. Literally
Yeah.
and figuratively.
Yeah.
But I've done enough research to know not to trust Timu aside from the worker ethics. My God, let me tell you something. I didn't trust it for one reason. That's how quickly it showed up. Wish slowly perked up. It took 2 years for everyone to really start realizing what Wish was. Then Wish started releasing commercials. And then it started to slowly get shittier and shittier. Where now it's just shit. Like, now they're charging you almost the exact same prices as you would on Amazon for less quality.
Yeah.
So,
I'd never heard of Timu until this conversation.
Timu, if you've ever heard the commercial where they're singing shopping like a billionaire, you're shopping like a billionaire, or you ever see on YouTube the commercial where the black girl is
don't see
tapping on her
YouTube
phone and she
commercials.
jumps out a mirror?
Yeah, I don't see YouTube commercials. I pay them so that I want to see them.
Oh, now I know why she hasn't heard of Timu. Please hold. What? It's that bad now? It was a 2.8 the other day. They have a 1.5 on the BBB.
Oof.
That's like get the lube out, boys, kind of rough. Shit. Let me get them up. Hold on. I'd rather trust a 5 than a 1.5. Again. Let me see.
I mean, I have my own issues with the Better Business Bureau as well, but still, that's pretty awful.
I want to show you guys this commercial. I'm not going to play it because then we'll get stricken. But let me bring up. See this right here?
Oh,
This
God.
is the Timu commercial. It played during, I think, the Super Bowl. So, all these people. I don't believe this for a second. Don't believe this for a second. I'm believing this one. But they have had nothing but issues. Apparently, even China is like, we don't trust them. If China itself is saying we don't trust this, oh, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Though when it's China, I usually have to go back and double check about why they don't trust it. So,
well, you know what? I need to do one more thing. I need to do this again. I need to show you guys more. I'm sorry.
well, we still have those videos of Sydney playing with Alex.
Yes. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Absolutely. When I started, this is how much he grew. See, this is what we should do. All right, I vote. We spend the rest after I show you this. I vote we spend the rest of it looking at pictures of our animals. This is Orion back when I could take him to the dog park. He worshipped her.
That's a pretty girl.
He worshipped the ground. This was Jack. This was one of his friends as well. He used to get, like, I used to take him around dogs all the time. This was before he got attacked and before all these issues arose. But let me see if I have her tagged. There we go. Look how cute Greta is. Let's show you
Oh,
how nice my apartment was before Orion. Okay? So these are all when Orion was a puppy. Look at how clean my apartment was right before Orion started taking over all this. Okay, so in case you guys wonder what
puppies
my
are evil.
floors used to look like before I had Orion. This is when I used to send Greta outside and I didn't want her getting attacked. So I had her lit up like the 4th of July.
Oh God.
And I would have her all sorts of lit up. But look at how neat my floors used to look.
I don't know. You could still run a vacuum over that.
Obviously. But the thing is,
It's not nearly
compared
as bad.
to now, I can't give Orion anything or I run risks.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, we're getting to the point we can't leave anything down in the house. We keep having to go in the backyard and fetch the remote control.
Look at the fear on her face. And this is Greta when she was a pupper.
Aw.
She was a little baby. She was the size of a chihuahua, guys.
Tiny, well, full-grown chihuahua, but yeah.
Yeah. But she was just, look at that sweet punum.
Oh.
My baby. And I want to show one. I think I have it on here. I hope I do. Do I? These are some of my favorite photos of Greta. When she was a little baby. Like, look, she used to play so rough and get so excited. Orion ruined all that. He took it all away from her. Like, he absolutely just, he doesn't let her have any fun.
Oh.
Which is sad. But I just want to show off these. Also, who enjoyed my mukbang? I want to know that.
That was funny.
Did you enjoy my mukbang, guys? Because I
Yeah,
enjoyed the mukbang.
that was a good one.
That was a good one. I like that. All right. Let's see yours. I want to see all the adorables.
It should be in your Twitter DMs. If not, I can send again.
Yeah, I figured because the problem is apparently my computer, I had to be careful to show my Instagram just now, started showing some personal information. I'm like, why is this showing up in my search bar? I didn't search this.
No. Here, I'll send these to Discord. If it'll let me.
Oh, good night, Anna.
Good night, Anna.
I got fooled, but I enjoyed it. I was surprised the amount of people that clicked on it thinking it was a legitimate mukbang.
Mukbang, yeah, that's hilarious.
A lot of people were like, oh, you got me. And I'm like, how? How did I get you? I thought it, like, some people on the preview, Charlotte especially, Charlotte knows me too well. She's like, I know you. It's the animals. And I had to shut my mouth on the way in it. I was grossed out.
I was expecting some kind of, I don't know, haha, got you bitches or something.
Originally, that's what I was going to do, but then I was like, it'd be even funnier. And that's when I did the animals. Dogs licking peanut butter. It was so cute. Shut up.
Trying to see, because I've got a bunch of them, so.
Oh, yeah, plus I can't access my Twitter on here because I can't remember the password. You know it's the right password?
Well, it's funny because looking at the DM, it's empty. So I just sent them to the they're in the Discord, your Discord message, the DM.
Okay, hold on. Let me get them up. Expand, thank you. Okay, if I expand, I can't see it. Stupid piece of poop. All right. Good, you can't see anything but them. All right, good. I want to make sure there was nothing personal on there or anything.
It shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be. Typically, anything that we talk about is somewhere else, but just in case.
Yep.
Stupid thing. All right. Look at the cuteness.
Those
What
two
is it
get
about
along so
stripy
well.
dudes with the black feet that are just so precious?
Mm-hmm. They really do get, I mean, they get along so well. It's funny. This might not be one of the best ones.
I just think the thing is, like, yeah, it's a short one. I just think it's like, okay, that was weird. I know it was just because he hit it. You have one of
Yeah.
those. It's a slider rocker, isn't it?
It's a barrel chair, so it
It cared.
rocks and turns. Oh, there we go.
Gonna get you. He gonna get you.
Then he runs out of the room and runs back in.
I like how he's just so lost. How old is he now, though?
Sydney?
Yeah.
Or Alex?
How old is he? Is Sydney?
He is Alex is, oh shit, he's got to be about 10 years now.
I was gonna say, because normally cats, they'll chase after. He's just like, he'll come back.
Yeah. Well, and he doesn't really want to run after because he knows that one of the other dogs might get excited if he does it.
Oh, it's a baby.
In there,
I like how he's kind of doing a couple of cat moves. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he tries to do a little cat thing and then he comes back out. I don't think it's letting me send this one.
I like how I can hear you talking on this.
Well, I was watching YouTube videos too, so you might hear those. Well, great. Now it's stuck on this one and it won't. It's not sending and it's not letting me delete it.
Is that you talking right now or are you in the video?
I can't tell.
You're
It's a
talking
good
about
possibility it's the video though.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, he got him. You know what the funniest part is, guys? Why this is so weird? This is not how cats usually fight. See how Sydney's bouncing back and forth and play bowing? That's not how cats talk during a play fight.
No, but the cat
Cats
understands
talk very
it.
differently.
It's funny because the cat does understand the.
Which is very
play bow.
unusual. It's very unusual for cats to get that.
Well, before Sydney, Faye was the last little girl I had, and she played with the cat a lot. And I had her when I got Alex as a kitten. So they used to play. I mean, they used to actually play tug of war. She would have the toy, and Alex would grab it with his toes, and they'd pull it that way. It's just so freaking cute.
See, I love that shit.
They really got along really well. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of what I mean about Sydney being just such a great little animal. He gets along with all the pets. Even, I mean, Vincent doesn't have a problem with him. It's hilarious.
Do you love Gantt charts?
No.
What's a Gantt chart? I don't know what it is. I don't need it. I know that much.
Freaking face. It's like that's where he went to Nirvana for a second.
Yep. I can say this you can't do in our house. Rudy and Flynn are terrible with the cats.
April Fools.
Like how Hendrix is so
April
annoyed.
Fools.
Now here's the thing that annoys me. That is only 35 seconds long or something like that. People did not make it to the end of that video. The average view time is less. I'm like, it's 35 fucking seconds. How did you not make it to the end of the video?
Wow.
That I found hilarious. But yeah, see, and you heard that whining? That's because Orion, when his mouth is full and he can't swallow enough, he gets upset. And he can't eat more. So he whines because he wants to eat more. That's why he went, because he was trying to eat quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the mukbang was for the animals and not Star herself. Again, what I might do next time is I might put a shit ton of food in front of me and then just like, but have it in boxes or something like that, and then just throw it on the floor and be like, "April Fools, bitch!" Like, like what she's talking about, because she was you had it right. That's what I was originally gonna do, is be like, "Ha, bitch, gotcha." People are expecting too much TikTok nowadays. That is actually something, like, I think you and I talked about this last time, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's so true. Like, I hate it. I hate the instant gratification that, oh, we all want. Oh, it's already midnight. How about that? I was like, why do I feel tired? Well, that's why.
Because it's late.
Well, see, up until the restaurant and even up until a couple weeks ago, I was still being irresponsible and going to bed late. But with all the shit I've had to do at the restaurant, and this week we have an event,
No.
and I'm going to be riding it solo.
Oof.
It's for a chiropractor. It's a grand opening. I
Well,
did not realize that the Chamber of Commerce in a town had to do the grand opening of companies. I didn't know that until I started. I thought you decided your grand opening. I thought that was all on you. Now I don't know if that depends on the town.
some of it depends on if you're going to have like a whole event or if you're going to have just like a, you know,
Don't mind me.
you're just going to
guys, I'm
say,
sorry.
this is our grand opening and then just be open.
I don't know. I do not know. I will say I got very excited. I found a tea house.
Ooh,
It's only 25 minutes from me. And it's an actual bakery.
nice.
And I will say, is it as good as a New England bakery? No. But it's almost there.
I was at our specialty grocery store. It's a little local store, and I found that they do in fact have cannoli shells.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
almost
They
picked
have
them
it
up.
tonight. I thought about you too. When I was at Harris Teeter, I looked up and saw the cannoli shells, and I'm like, I wonder if she has a Harris Teeter. Like,
No. I have a little store called 2J's that has. I mean, they're the store in town that sells all like the gluten free and vegan and all that stuff. But they also happen to have regular cannoli shells that aren't made with almond flour. Because I picked them up and looked, but I knew I wasn't going to get around to doing anything with them, so I didn't buy them yet.
yeah, I
Bless you.
definitely say get them. Well, you said you're gonna make your own ricotta, right?
Yeah, I tried it. I need a little more practice because I scorched the milk a little, so I've got some brown chunks in it. But
Is
I
it
think
so
I'm.
tasty, or is it nasty?
Not. I mean, it doesn't taste necessarily bad, but it doesn't taste good. Like it doesn't taste right.
It's not what you want out of ricotta.
Yeah, no, it's not. And so I'm going to try again because I was reading the instructions and I think I may have tried to adhere too closely to the instructions. It seems to me this is going to be more of one of those things you have to eyeball and feel than it is one of those
Especially because
things that
your
you can
altitude is
follow the
different.
instructions.
Yeah. Your altitude is different too, and that does play a part. And potentially, like, the problem is, guys, whenever you do this, remember that the enzymes in the milk that you get and all of it's a whole thing.
It was a different brand of milk than I usually do it with too, so that could have very well affected it. Or well, that I usually make cheese with, I should say, and so that very well could have affected it. But so you're supposed to get the cheese to 190 degrees. I could not get it up that high without having to turn my stove up to the point where it was scorching the milk, and I couldn't stir it constantly because you need to let it sit so that you get the curd formation.
Now, is there any way you could use a double boiler instead? So that way it's not directly on the heat, which then would not scorch the milk, but it would still bring it up to heat?
Maybe I might be able to. I don't know that it would get hot enough because it has to get 190.
I do not know, sister. I've never made cheese of any kind. And listen, even our stuff, yours started to digitize, mine started to blur. I think even our stuff is like, bitches, go to bed. But
Yeah. Go
well,
do
it's
other
actually
things.
it's
when
not
you're
that
at
late for you. It's only late for me.
No, it's only 10:15, so I'd probably go do something else. I'm actually editing a thing, so.
Well, then why don't you begin to wind us down? Well, tell us what the thing is.
I am editing my reading of The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen.
Ooh.
So I am probably about halfway through piecing the thing together from the bits I've read. That's been a fun experience. I've never used Adobe Audition before, so I'm probably doing this all wrong, but as long as it sounds right in the end, I really don't care. Then I just got to find some art to show
you have a great voice for it, though. I think
That's what I've been told. I will wait and see what the overall results of the end thing is before anything. I know I'm going to have to do a few before I really know anything, but I figured with the Little Mermaid dust up going on, it'd probably be a really good place to start.
People are gonna look that up more.
Mhm.
It's obviously you have to learn how to, put characterization and emotion into the voices and add lilt and all things like that. But I think overall you have a very soothing voice for reading stories. So I look forward
Yeah.
to it.
This is what I've had a number of people tell me that. So, but I don't know. I hate my voice. I've listened to it more than I'd like to over the last few days. So while I still hate it, I can at least listen to it now.
I
We've
can't
made
relate.
progress of some kind. But so that's what's going on. I am exclusively on Rumble now, other than when I'm over here with Starson. So if you want to stop by there, I'm playing video games pretty much all the time. Oh, and when I'm on the midweek hump with my friends on Wednesday, or my other friends, I should say, because of course Starson's my friend. I don't want to make her feel left out. But we'll be doing that on Wednesday. We have, who do we have this week? Jason Sandberg. He's written a comic called Jupiter that he's doing. I think it's an Indiegogo campaign that y'all should come over and check out. Thursday, I think Thursday may be my night off, just because right now it looks like I'm streaming 6 days a week. Because Tuesday I may be playing a video game with Shagsworth and Sheep and some other people on stream.
Well, especially because you got Rumble, you're gonna put a little more extra effort in.
I'm
We've
gonna
also
have to.
actually got this thing called Kick that Leon's been using. He said if you get 75 followers, you get
95
affiliate.
5% payoff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get 90% at the moment. 90% payout. Obviously, guys, that is not gonna last.
The different Rumble, I mean, I don't like Kick I don't like the Wild Westness of it. There's some definite things going on it that I don't really necessarily want to be involved with. So the nice thing about Rumble right now is if you come and subscribe to my Rumble channel, I get 100% of that. So
you become a
there's
member
that.
kind of situation.
Yes, it's a member situation, and you don't have to have 5 people to start streaming, but you start making money right away. There's no working up to it. People can pay you from go. And if you subscribe through my Rumble channel, you also get access to my locals, which means you can then read the short stories I've been working on. I've released the 2nd chapter of my story. I'm working on editing the 3rd to get that out. Then I should probably start writing the one past that or not the one past that. I think I need to start writing like the 6th one. I'm close to wrapping up the whole story. It's not a long story, so these chapters are maybe 3 to 4 pages each. So really easy reads, but also all my short stories over there. And I am going to start trying to do other content over there. I have some other things I need to research and get so that I can start doing things like cooking streams. Maybe people like to watch me make cheese.
See, my problem is that I really, really want I want to integrate like I did with Odyssey.
Mhm.
I would really like if Rumble could figure out how to take all the things I have on YouTube.
Oh no, they do that.
Huh?
They do that.
How?
The channel sync?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
You should just be able to do it from the back end if it doesn't automatically do it. You might have to just go in and click the right things, but it should let you do it.
I'll have to figure that out because my Rumble is empty.
Yeah, no. Honestly, when we get off, I can probably walk you through it in a minute.
Probably. I might need to use a potty again. Well, here's what I will tell you, though. All right, so as for me, you guys will see me tomorrow at noon. I don't know what I'm drawing. I do have commissions to get done, but I want to try to get them done this weekend off of stream. Is a whole thing. You guys have no idea how tired I am. We've been running full steam now for like 3 months at my job, and we have so much more to do. I get a week off in May.
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I bet.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that week off in May. Yes, like yours, Edie. I have yours. I have Pink Dolphin Milks. I have Jenny Ellers, and I have Sherry's to do. And I don't think there's anyone else. Oh, and Pluribus. I'm supposed to do the little faces for cats for him. Listen, Esteban. We all use potty. So we're all adults here. I didn't say what I'm doing in the potty, just that I have to potty. Whatchamacallit though? You have 2?
2? Oh, 2.
Edie, make sure you remind me, because this is the biggest problem I have, guys. I need to be reminded. I have to be. I'm trying to
get a
get my
spreadsheet.
commissions mailed out. That's another issue I got to get done. Expensive. But either way, you guys will see I recorded it. That's why I have all the makeup on beforehand. That's why I was dressed so pretty. I did a recording beforehand. It should be out for Thursday. And I think it's a little bit of the classic Star Sun. It's the original Star Sun, 2021 Star Sun coming out of me. My Patreon, and I bought a commission. Yeah, but you never told me the one for Patreon. You only told me the one that you bought. I was to say it. I'm really just doing. No, you're not. But otherwise, remember to get your pets spayed or neutered. Be responsible. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. Horror.
Other side. Love you too.
Be safe.
You as well.
Make sure you guys follow her. Bublito's not here, but it's somewhere up in this chat somewhere.
Yeah, there's a start link tree thing.
The link tree. I'm gonna start putting it. Oh, good night, Desert Jack. Did
Night,
I
Jack.
ask when I asked already? You guys have a great night. Love you all. Talk to you soon.
Good night.